Hey everyone, welcome back to Shop Life. Right now I'm standing in our new bathroom door opening of our whole apartment renovation. So we pretty much so far all we've done is demolish a lot of stuff. We're finally starting to rebuild everything. Got a lot of the plumbing stuff and all that done. But let's go ahead and walk into the bathroom and let me show you all the stuff we've demolished. So there used to be a whole vanity with a big closet, drawer, wardrobe, whatever you want to call it. All of that was right here. We've taken all that out. The bathroom door used to be right here, but that's going into the kitchen, so we relocated it into the bedroom area. And then we've had our toilet right here, which is just taken out for right now. But the biggest change over here is gonna be this whole shower. So this was like a prefab shower made out of fiberglass. We cut the whole thing out, and we're doing a full stand-up shower. But before we can do any of that, I had to redo a lot of the plumbing, also a lot of the wiring. So we actually changed all of the copper piping over to PEX. We've had to do several trips to Lowe's to get all the right fittings and everything. We even had to make a custom bracket to hold the shower faucet, as well as where the shower head will go. That's not completely secure yet, but we're working on it. But for right now, the main thing we want to do is, since I've got all the plumbing done, even the plumbing that goes to the kitchen, we want to turn the water to the building back on and see if there's any leaks. That way we can solve those before we actually start tiling up the shower. Let's just get to it. Anything?
I hear something.
Look on the kitchen side too. But the fittings are not leaking?
I don't know, I hear air hissing.
Yeah, everything's fine.
I don't see any leaks. Never mind, it is leaking. Sorry guys, I'm sick, so I sound a little weird. But it's leaking right there. Oh, and by the way, we didn't update with the plumbing. He just took it back off and fixed it, and it's good now. The water's on right now, so there's no drips, and we're good.
Yeah, we even hooked up the shower head extension arm just so we can test that. I didn't put any Teflon tape or anything right here for right now because we still need to put another fitting to extend it out. But I just wanted to make sure we could turn all the water on, check this hose that's going up, make sure nothing's leaking.
So in order for the shower door to be mounted onto the wall, we need to add a stud there, as well as add a stud on this side. So that's what we're doing right now.
Why it sound like you've been smoking for like 20 years?
Be quiet. I'm sick. There.
I mean, it doesn't need to be 100%. Like, I'm just adding this for extra precaution. Most likely we should be able to get it right on here. But just in case, I want to have this one. That way if we need to adjust it and move it around a little bit, we can. Same with this one. We're just going to add another one right here just for extra safety. Because once everything is tiled up, you know, you can't really pull all this stuff back off just to put the door. And you can't just put the glass door right into the tile or the drywall because it's going to tear out. Let me double check my measurements. Bam, 32 right on the dot. So even after this drywall goes right here, we should be right into the stud.
So we are ready to put in our first drywall on top of this one here. maybe one day who does the reno. Hopefully it'll be us in the future. But if it's not, they'll know who it is. But YouTube. Your handwriting sucks.
What's the date today? Damn, son. What is that?
The final wall in here. Now it's officially a closed-in bathroom.
So the shower curb needs to be right in the middle of these marks. So the curb, I think, is 3.5 or 3 inches. We'll have to check. So the curb has to go in the middle. Well, it doesn't have to. We can have the door at the edge of the curb and have the curb stick out more so we get a bigger shower.
Yeah.
If the curb is in the shower, then it's going to make the shower feel small because then you're going to jam your toes on it. You know, when you dance in the shower, it's going to just jam.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and by the way, the drain is not in the middle because that would have been a lot more work.
We had to cut down the ceiling down there to move all the drain. And this is just the apartment. We didn't really want to go through all that effort.
Oh, because originally this shower size was 30 by 30.
We couldn't find anything.
Yeah, there was no shower pan, nothing.
So we got the Schluter Kerdi system. And that it's pretty much like a foam board that's waterproof. And we're just going to be just trimming that board to our custom specs. And we got one with the center drain. So the drain should still stay in the center, but we can extend these measurements however we want.
And we'd rather have it bigger. I don't care if the drain's not in the center.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, you're not even going to see the drain. And we got a square drain, so like it'll fool the eye even a little more. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's not going to be in the center, but it'll be alright. It's still going to be a spa-like shower, hopefully. With that rainfall, oof. You best believe I'm going to be in the shower all day.
Alright, let's go to Lowe's.
Again. Alright, so now we're finally figuring out how we're going to set up this whole shower. The Schluter Kerdi system comes with these shower curb kits as well. So since we're having a corner shower with 2 glass doors, we want the glass doors to be sitting in the middle of the curb. So the curb also is going to have tile and stuff all over it. So we're going to keep it at this height. I know this height looks kind of ridiculous for such a small bathroom and such a small shower enclosure. But since the doors are only about 6 feet tall, I'm about 5'10". If we just put the doors directly on the ground, it's just going to be a little bit shorter than what we would like. So we're going to have these curbs. They're about 6 inches tall. We're just going to have them at that same height. And that also makes it easier for us not to have to cut this, make sure it's level and all that. We can just leave it as is and just cut this to length. So this whole kit that we got is like 38 inches by 60 inches. Our shower is only about 30 by 30. So these curbs are about 38 inches in length as well. So we're going to cut it down to the size we need so that way it's appropriate. So right now the way I have it measured is with the doors going to be right in the center of this. The doors are going to be at 32 by 32. So we're going to cut one of these down to 34.25, and the other one's going to be cut down at about 29.75, and that should give us a whole 32 by 32 directly in the center of the boards. We'll check my math once we have it cut. Alright, we are cut. Pretty even. Alright. That should be the center. Alright. Now this is going to butt up against this one right there. So, the measurement should be at 29.75. 29.75. And that means that this should be exactly 34.25. Perfect. Haha. Let's cut this one. And there's our shower. But like inside here now, it actually looks pretty centered, like the drain. It's not off by a lot. Mm-hmm. It'll be fine. Alright.
Still made it 2 inches bigger. Alright.
It's gonna feel bigger inside, yeah, because the doors are gonna be sitting in the middle. So the foot space is gonna be like a 1/4 inch smaller.
Yeah, well, I didn't want the doors off center. I wanted them to be directly in the center of the curb. So, yeah.
But like in here, like you'll have more hand space except for the shower handle and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I mean,
it's a small bathroom.
Yeah.
And we wanted glass doors.
Yeah. Get there. Let's figure out the measurements for this exactly. I'll draw it out. That way I know where to put the curb next to it. And then we need to cut out the board. So this the shower pan is right there. So that shower pan's 38 inches by 60 inches. And it's a center drain. So we have to have the drain directly in the center. And we need to cut everything out so it fits perfectly in here. And we attach all of this stuff with the waterproofing membrane and the thin set. Get it down. Put the waterproofing membrane on the whole wall because we're running the tile all the way up to the ceiling. Same thing on this side. So we're going to have the tile pretty much end at the edge of the curb. I might go past it a little bit, but for the most part it should end right here at the edge of the curb. On both sides.
And with this waterproof membrane, we don't need to do nothing to the walls. It could just go over this.
Yeah, so we don't have to prime it or nothing. You just use a thin set, put the thin set on, and then just smooth the whole wall up on top of it, and we should be good. I think we should probably fix that before we start doing all the tiling. What do you think?
Yep.
I hate drywall.
We can tell you haven't finished the other. Right now he's cutting out the shower pan, making it smaller, and then we'll make the proper cuts to each side. What?
Trying to see how. It's part of it. See how we did. But the drain is all spot on. Alright, a little straighter on this side. This is the side that where we cut the small strip off. That's why it's not 100% good. So now we're finally ready to start putting all the mortar, or mixing it at least. It's going to take about 15 to 18 minutes to get it before we can apply it to the membrane. We're using the same Schluter all set because we just want to play it safe. I know they have a lot of alternatives that you can use, but we're just trying to stay with the whole Schluter system. That way we don't have any issues in the future. So let's get to it.
I don't think that's how you do it.
I'm learning.
Has to be thicker than that.
I know.
This is first time doing this. But it's practice for the house, right?
Yep. We should probably tape the handle. Grab something and tape it.
What'd you say?
It's a lot harder than it looks.
The way they do it looks like they do it all smooth and stuff.
I know. How do we get enough on there first? We're gonna do something wrong.
I think you need to put more on there.
Yeah.
What the? Can I try?
You can't, I figured it out, you can't put it straight on there. When you put it straight on there, that's when it gets stuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it gets stuck? Okay,
Yeah.
here. Some people, the pros back at home watching this,
I know, right?
must be like,
What an amateur.
no, they must be like, this shower's not gonna be nowhere near waterproof.
Bruh.
Bruh, how you get it from the other?
You're so far over. Don't put all the, that's like too far.
Oh, I forgot about that. See that? Like that. That's how they do it. Smooth. Smooth.
Look at the other side. You can't have that much on the other side.
What side?
On this, look, you're about to drip.
Oh, yeah.
See, I can instruct you. I just can't do it 100%.
You're right. Maybe you're a good instructor, not good at doing.
Bruh. Maybe
Wiring and plumbing.
maybe I should stick to cars. They're too far, bruh.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Look!
Yeah, you go over the spot that I already did it. Obviously, there's already material on there.
That's not fair.
No, you gotta have those notches in there.
I'm sick and I'm still doing it.
Okay, you gotta have notches. There you go, just like that. You about to drip a lot. You about to drip a lot.
Where?
Right there.
That's why I brought this.
Oh, well, I'm pointing at the ground. Oh, bruh.
What?
It's hard to do this recording. You're spilling everywhere.
That's why you start from the top, babe.
But yeah, right there. I think.
There we go. So how long before this dries?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
We gotta hurry up and get that wall on there, though. You're doing good. Good job, babe.
That's the nicest thing you've said
Oh, shut up.
in like a couple months.
Oh, quit playing.
Doesn't look like it's drying, right?
No, not yet.
You see where it's not sticking is where the drywall has to be wet. Not sticking, but it's just
Yeah.
not like...
Oh, the drywall's already drying really fast. I hope it doesn't suck all the moisture out.
Yeah, I know, that's why we have to clean it. There we go, I just do it with my hands.
Yeah.
Around the fittings at least.
Okay, I'll wet the bottom section again.
Yeah, put the camera down.
Okay.
So we got it figured out for the other wall pretty much. Right now he overlapped them and yeah, it's coming out pretty good. Now we just need to do the shower pan, the drain, and we should be on the curbs and we should be set.
Yeah. It's getting there. Slowly but surely. So we decided to lay out the whole wall on the ground first. That way we can make all of the cuts instead of having to do them while we're actually tiling the shower. This kind of worked out, but as you can see, we laid it out completely, even made like the cuts for the curb and just got everything situated for both the walls. And then we started actually doing the real tiling. This process did take quite a while because I had to keep running up and down the stairs to make the cuts. And just to make sure all the measurements were right, since we didn't have too much tile left over, we wanted to make sure we do everything right the first time.
So we chose the hardest tile to tile with.
Yes, we sure did. A day later and we're still making cuts. We haven't even started putting any tile up. We've got both the walls completely figured out. We just have to take out some of the tiles, like some of the individual hexagons for the shower faucet and the shower head. And now we're trying to figure out the whole curb situation. So I made cuts. So we just cut up like a hex tile, like one of these tiles, and they don't exactly line up. I mean, it's pouring rain outside and it's dark when I was cutting. But, I mean, we can figure that out. We can just put like a full tile. And it's going to be on the inside, so you can't really, even see it. Unless you're in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
And then all these are just like put together, there's like individual pieces in some of them. That's why the lines aren't exactly the same spacing everywhere. We'll fix that when we're putting it down. Let me see, there's gotta be at least one that lines up. I mean, I can't be cutting it off that bad. What'd I say? At least one lines up.
So it's time to finally lay the tile. Scary, but we're doing it.
Diving head first. I actually finally figured out like how to get the mortar to get on there. So you don't use this side to put it on. Use this side to put it on, and then you use this side to take off the excess and put the little notches. You see? Like a boss.
I thought you knew that.
I didn't. No, I do.
All right, let's see. Just need a little bit more practice.
Yep. We could probably get a whole lot of. Look who's working.
Look who's not working.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna say every time you film me then.
This tile, man. This tile is
On something else.
on something else. We chose the wrong tile
For our first shower.
for our first time.
Tiling anything.
I mean, I guess now we learn all the tips and tricks.
Yeah, that's how we always been though. Always dive in head first into the hardest thing. That's like icing a cake. I've never iced a cake either though, so. Have you ever iced a cake?
No.
It looks really good though. And this is the next day, so we did the white tile last night. It took us a lot longer than we expected. But it came out pretty good.
It took us 3 hours to do one wall.
Yeah.
We didn't film it much because we were all over the place.
We had to make so many last minute cuts. You know how it looks like in some parts it's darker than the other? Like right here it's darker than there? That's because there's some mortar coming through those tiles, which we're gonna have to clean before we grout.
Y'all don't even understand how much we kind of regret getting this tile. Right now, we are finishing up the grouting. He's doing the floor.
She did most of the walls.
Mm-hmm.
And we're both sick.
Yep.
And it's the day before Christmas.
Today's the day before Christmas. So I just added the light and you can kind of see the gray and the white. I feel like it looks really good. And yeah. Doing the floor right now.
We decided to go with different grouts. Tell us.
Yeah, so we decided to go with a gray down here because some of our tile is not properly spaced out. That's because the drain is not in the center, so we just had some issues laying down the tile, but hopefully it will look alright once the grout is settled in. And yeah. We also need to do something about that corner. As you can see, they didn't line up
we just had a lot of issues, guys. We didn't film yesterday. We were so frustrated because we had to cut like 4 times to get those tiles to look somewhat decent right there. But yeah.
But I mean, there's a simple solution to that. We might just put some kind of trim piece or something. I mean, it's completely waterproof. My nose is dripping.
I'm coughing.
Okay, whatever. We'll explain it to him once we feel better. After all the tiling was done, we were finally ready to put up the doors. These doors were really, really heavy. We didn't expect that. So we had Selena's brother come help us put them up. And little did we know, we did have our studs off just a little bit, but that was not our fault entirely. It was because of the people that we talked to, so the manufacturers of the door. They gave us some measurements that pretty much told us where we need to have studs. That's what we followed, and that didn't really work out. And main reason we had to, we actually tiled it before we got the doors in, and we should have done that after. But you live and you learn. We were still able to fix the whole issue, as you will see here shortly.
So here's an update. So for the holes on the hinges on this side, they were not on the stud. So we had to cut the wall on the other side, just like he's doing here. And that is how far off we were.
Look at this one. Look how far we were off on this one.
Are you serious?
It happens.
It happens. Tired of this bathroom.
I can't wait to shower in it.
Shower door is finally going on.
Finally, after we cut open the other wall, put another stud. Now it's in. Oh my god, it's so clear.
Not for long, not once you start sanding these walls.
Yeah, actually not
Then
back
you
there.
shower and then you fart on the glass. You see,
Who won't fart on the glass?
you're gonna be like,
You sharp on the glass?
fart.
Junior, you're not showering here for sure. Let's see, how much higher is the glass? Oh shit.
Hi, can I take your
High
order?
enough. Perfect. The shower is in.
Looks good. Let's try to put the shelves in. Let me just get one.
They come out too far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not putting them in.
Next.
If we put these in, it's just... Nah.
So it's gonna elbow it.
I'll be going like this, like... I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping like after I wake up.
Or you reach for something, they pop it up.
Yeah. Screw that. Why would they even think for a 32 by 32? Who would want to put those in?
I mean, I wanted them because obviously there's nowhere else to put things
Well,
on. Well, now I guess we just have to put it on
suction
the
it.
floor.
Finally putting the floor in. It's going. First time installing any type of flooring. Oh wait, I can't cut that either. Because then it'll mess up the... Unless I cut it from down there. Yeah, okay. I got it. It's good that I caught that. So the flooring that we actually bought for the bathroom is a vinyl, luxury vinyl plank flooring, which is waterproof and already comes with this underlayment as well. So it works out perfectly for bathrooms and kitchens and all that. And it was actually very simple to put together and it looks really, really good. Oh my. So the flooring came out great. These are the final pieces I'm putting back together around the piping and everything. We got the toilet flange situated as well, which we had issues with that because the actual flange itself was broken. But we got that stuff taken care of. And now our final thing was to put the flooring around the curb as well. We were originally going to tile it, but we decided instead of tiling it just to run the floor up because we had some left over. And it was quicker and easier and it's waterproof. So everything should work out the way we wanted it to. We got this construction adhesive to attach it, because you can't really, you know, put any nails or anything through it into the foam. So just the adhesive will do the job. And also the adhesive is kind of waterproof, so we can use that to, you know, prevent any other water from getting behind it. Now we are on to the finishing touches of this whole renovation. We didn't want to show too much because the next video is actually going to be the final reveal, and we're also going to discuss all of the pricing and what all we bought. So you guys can wait for that video. Make sure you stay tuned, and that's pretty much it for this renovation. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We will see you guys in our next video.